Blessings on whoever come across my video. Yeah, I just want to share something. And this video, I must say, is I'm doing it for the ladies. Okay. I believe as a woman, if if you are with a man that is not making you feel safe, is not making you feel protected, you should consider leaving that man. Because when it comes to protecting a woman, he's something I believe should come to any man naturally. A woman should not have to beg of a man, ask of a man, require of a man, remind a man, train a man, teach a man to protect her. Being a protector should be a natural thing to every man, mostly in the times that we live in. Every woman needs to be protected, because when a woman is not protected, she's vulnerable. You leave that woman vulnerable. So being a protector as a man is something that every man must know how to do it before you decide to have a woman with you. Before you decide to want to be with a woman, you should know that your number one role as a man is to protect the woman in your life, to make sure she feels safe, she feels secure. There is no threat that should come to your woman when you're present as a man. Every threat that comes to her should acknowledge your presence, that you're there. But a situation, a woman has to be the one to require of a man or remind a man that she needs to be protected. That situation right there is bad. And no woman should be in such situation. That's why I'm saying, if a woman is with a man that is not making you feel safe, is not making you feel protected, you should consider leaving that man, because you're in a very vulnerable state. If you look at the story in the Bible, after God created everything. Eve was the last thing that God created. He had to put Adam to sleep, took one of his ribs to create her out of Adam. And after, he woke Adam up, presented Eve to Adam. And when Adam saw Eve, he was blown away by her beauty. He was like, whoa, this is the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman. He was in awe of Eve. He admired her. But what happened to Adam when it comes to protecting Eve? Adam was nowhere to be found. Adam was missing in action. Adam was lacking in his role as a protector to Eve. There are two things a woman was not supposed to do for herself. A woman was never supposed to protect herself. A woman was never supposed to provide for herself. Those are the two key roles that any man plays in the life of a woman he chooses to be with. So when a man is lacking in this role, he leaves that woman vulnerable, mostly when he's lacking in his role as a protector. Being a protector to a woman was a divine responsibility that God gave to Adam. That was why when the devil showed up, Adam was nowhere to be found. I've heard people, put blame on the woman. That, the reason we are in the situation we are today as mankind is because Eve took the fruit. I'm like, what are we talking about here? If Adam was fulfilling his role in the life of Eve as the protector, when the serpent showed up in the garden, Adam could have been there. Adam should have been the one to address the serpent and not Eve. It could have been like, serpent, what are you doing here? You are not supposed to be here. What are you doing talking to my wife? He could have, Said to the devil, you can't be talking to my wife. But Adam was nowhere to be found. That was why Eve had the chance to even engage in a conversation with the serpent. To a point she had to contemplate taking the forbidden fruit, which she eventually did. So the fall of mankind was not caused by Eve. It was caused by Adam. Adam lacking in his role as the protector for his woman. That's why I believe 100% that Adam was a black man. Because we see these similarities with black men today. A lot of black women are vulnerable. The most targeted group of people on this planet Earth is the black women. Because they are vulnerable. Because their men does not know, their men are not fulfilling the role of being the protector in their life. I'm looking at gang stalking. When I was researching on this, it says that these criminals that goes out, to fetch for a target, for them to gang stalk, they look for women that are by themselves. When they see a woman, when they go to all these places like the stores, the malls, wherever they go to fetch for target, they don't go after women that has a man by their side. They look for women that are on their own. And I even believe maybe that was how I became a target. Because a lot of time I used to go out by myself. My spouse was not there. So we cannot be blaming the woman for anything. If a man is not making you feel safe as a woman, if you don't feel protected as a woman, you should consider leaving that man. Mostly in the times we live in. If not, he will leave you vulnerable all your life. You'll be vulnerable to all kinds of attacks. You'll be vulnerable to gang stalking. You'll be vulnerable to being bullied. You'll be vulnerable to being harassed. All kinds of societal ills. In the society we live in here in America, every black woman, I'm speaking as a black woman, needs a protector. So don't be with a man that is not making you feel safe, that is not protecting you. I'd rather be by myself and have all my trust in the Most High to protect me than be with a man that I have to be the one to teach or to remind or to beg or to ask of that man to protect me. No. The Bible says that the Most High is our husband. So if that man is not going to fulfill his role, you need to get out of there. And I want to say this to every man out there. If you choose to be with a woman, first of all, know how to protect that woman. Don't be with a woman and don't protect her and leave her vulnerable to vultures that are out here looking for who to devour. Don't let your woman be devoured by vultures. Protect her. And if he's not going to protect you, don't teach her, don't train her. Being a protector is a natural instinct that every man should have in them. That's what I wanted to share to the ladies out there. I hope as you come across this video, you give thought to it and you make the right decision for yourself. Right. Blessings on you. The Most High loved us as his daughters.